full time from the City ground earlier, and it's finished. Nottingham Forest 1, Tottenham 0, and yet again Spurs lose again. And do you know what's kind of ridiculous now? I'm listening to talk for right now. I didn't even know this. Joe O'Hara said this. I was a bit shocked and stunned about it. That is our 9th Premier League defeat this season. 9 losses already. 9 defeats in the Premier League this season. That is ridiculous. 9 losses. 9. Honestly, absolutely ridiculous. This is our record. Played 18, won 7, drew 2, lost 9. 9. Honestly, do you know what's even more embarrassing? Wolves, Leicester and Southampton have lost more games than us this season. 3 teams who are down in the relegation. You've got Southampton, who are bottom, Leicester, who are 18th, and Wolves, who are 17th. Do you know? And we have lost the same amount of games as Ipswich. Generally, our form right now is like relegation form. And I'll tell you what, Wolves kind of did us a favour, because if Man U would have won, and if Man U would have won, and obviously Brentford, I know they play tomorrow, but if they win, and if Man U would have beaten Wolves, we would have been 14th. And obviously we've got Wolves on Sunday, last game of the year. If we don't beat Wolves, Brentford win. So let's say Brentford win tomorrow, they go above us. That means we go 12th. So let's say we lose to Wolves, West Ham beat Liverpool, Man United beat Newcastle, got Everton as well. So if Brentford win tomorrow, we go to 12th. So going into 2025, Spurs could be 14th. Going into 2025, Spurs could be 14th. 14th. Do you not know how embarrassing that? 14th! Honestly. 14th. 14th. That is ridiculous. And you know what's even more ridiculous? Is that Everton are 6 points behind us. Everton and Palace are 6 points behind us. Honestly. We are literally, our form right now, relegation form. We've got West Ham. Are on the same points as us. Yeah, West Ham are on the same points as us. Everton and Palace are 6 points behind us. Honestly, it's just ridiculous, really. It just shows how bad we've been. I just don't know what's going on. What is going on? Germany, who is to blame? Is it Ange, the players, Levy, or is it just a bit of everyone? Like, surely we can't go into the new year being 14th. We cannot go into January 14th. We can't. It's embarrassing. It'll be generally embarrassing if we're going to the new year 14th. But yeah, anyway, I haven't really spoken about the game, so let's speak about the game now. Honestly, again, not good enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, possession-wise, we were good. We had way more of the ball than Nottingham Forest did. But as usual, I think we had about 70%. I think we had about 70% possession of the ball. And we're just passing it around. We're just passing it back and sideways every time. We didn't really create any chances. I know the stats will say otherwise. Because we had 13 shots. So you're probably thinking, Zach, what are you waffling about? You had this much possession, you had this many chances. They weren't really constant though, were they? They were every 5-10 minutes. Half of the time, we were just passing the ball around. One of my mates is a Leeds fan, and I didn't watch them, I was watching Liverpool, But he was just saying, at least passing it around. That's what Spurs were doing today. We were just passing the ball around, doing absolutely nothing. Just passing it around. And I mean, their goal, so stupid. We're on their counter attack, lose the ball. I mean, and then Archie Gray, I know he's 18, I know he's not really a centre half, but honestly, he's here. He is here. Gibbs White is here, and he just keeps backing off and backing off and backing off. He gives Gibbs White all the time in the world to play the pass to Anthony Alanya, who slips it past Fraser Forster, and it's 1-0. What Archie Gray has to do, instead of keep backing off and backing off, he needs to go to him. He needs to stop the pass. He needs to go to him. And then the defence has to step up a bit. And then boom, Anthony Alanya's offside. But we don't do that. And they score. They don't do that and we score. And you know what? Do you know what even makes things worse? Because obviously we've got Wolves on Sunday, the last game of the year, 2024. We have got not one senior centre-back available. All four of them are injured. All four of them are injured. Van der Ven, injured. Romero, injured. Dragishin, injured. Davis, injured. Our defence on Sunday, the defence will be Forster, Porro, because Spencer's suspended. Forster, Porro, either Basuma or Dorrington, Gray, and Udogie. We might have to play one of the academy players on the weekend. That is just, it's just ridiculous. It really is. Really, really is. I'll tell you what, Brennan Johnson, he had an absolute stinker as well. Brennan Johnson had an absolute stinker, and just overall the whole team was awful. Whole team was absolutely awful. I mean, just look at that. 70% possession, doing nothing with it, just passing the ball around. And it's just a joke. It is just a joke, man. I mean, 9 losses this season. 9 losses. The same losses as Ipswich. And only Wolves, Southampton and Leicester have more losses than us this season. 4 teams in relegation. 4 teams down fighting relegation. Nearly have the same. Or it's just ridiculous, man. I mean, it's just a joke. It really is. It really is. I mean, we were terrible against Liverpool. We were terrible today. I mean, don't get me wrong, Forest are a good team, but like, it's just a joke. I'm gonna say it again. Like, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. If we don't beat Wolves on Sunday, sack Ange. Sack Ange. I know I said it before, then I changed my mind. But I'm sticking by it. I'm sticking by it, and I'm not changing. If we do not beat Wolves, if we don't beat them, so if we draw or lose, but it does depend on how good the performance is, which is probably going to be crap. If we don't beat Wolves, Ange Postecoglou has to be sacked. No debate. No debate. Because seriously, he keeps saying, "Oh, I'm not going to change anything in that." And then people say, "Oh, do you have a plan? What's the plan B, Ange?" And he always says to make plan A, but like, he has one plan, one style, one this, one that, and every time, honestly, you need to have other ideas sometimes. It's always one plan every single time. And I'll tell you what, Ange's first year, other managers found it difficult like, how to play against us, because people didn't know what Ange ball is. But now it's his second year. Most teams, in the other 19 teams in this league, have found us out. They know what Ange likes to do, because he doesn't change anything. And also as well, when they're on the pitch, when it's all going wrong, you look at, I said it. I said it. I think I said it on the weekend again in the Liverpool game. But generally, I've already said it. I'm going to say it again. You look at Pep. You look at Arteta. You look at all these managers. You look at all these managers. When something isn't going wrong, they are shouting at their players. They're ordering instructions. They're moving about. They're moving their arms. Pep Guardiola is a classic example. He is so bouncy. He does all this. He goes like this. Honestly, always. Ange doesn't do that. Ange just stands there in his coat, hands in his pockets, and then there's the odd occasional this. He just lets the players do what they want, and when nothing is going right, he just stands there and does nothing. He does nothing. He just stands there and he does nothing, and watches this apps. Oh, well, someone just swore on TalkSport. But yeah, he just stands there and does nothing. He stands there and does nothing and watches this absolute capitulation take place. He does nothing, and that's why I'm saying if we don't beat Wolves, he has to go. He has to go. We cannot finish this season in the bottom half. It cannot happen. I think the best we can get now is probably 8th Conference League at least. Probably Europa. The only chance now we've got of getting Champions League is by winning the Europa League, and we probably won't do that if we keep playing the way we are. We probably won't, and we probably won't the way we are. Do you know who else needs to go as well? Daniel Levy. And like I said, don't beat Wolves. Ange needs to go, and Levy, he needs to go now. He needs to go now. He needs to write a statement now. Leave. He needs to go. Genuinely. Honestly, he doesn't care about the football. He really doesn't care. That man does not care about this football club. Do you know what he cares more about? It's about he cares more about bloody boxing, stupid the F1 track under the stadium. Don't get me wrong, I like the F1 track. I'm massive into F1. He cares about the F1 track, about music concerts, and then the Liverpool. Do you know what? The Liverpool game. The Liverpool game. We're about advertising Squid Game. One of my mates, Louis Bastion, LB Vlogger. He's been on the channel before. The West Ham game, February, when we won 2-1. He was at Louis, one of my mates. He was at the Liverpool game on Sunday, and because we were advertising Squid Game, literally, do you know on Squid Game when they have those like masked people, they had them standing in the stadium like this. Oh no, I can't really stand anything, but they were like, let me try and move the camera down. They were literally, obviously, they were literally like this. I have to jump because obviously the camera's too high up. They were literally the people like that with the masks on. And literally, apparently all those like masked, like the Squid Game like guards, they were walking all around the club shop, and the pre-match like light show. Honestly, it was a Squid Game light show. What are we doing? Instead of advertising Squid Game and doing music concerts, why don't you focus on the club, focus on the football? Stop doing all this Squid Game absolute crap. Focus on the football. Focus what is the problem, and that's the football on the pitch. And as well, we need centre back. We need about three. We need some centre backs. We need a backup left back. We need a winger. Probably need to get a backup striker because Richarlison's too injury prone. Honestly, we probably have to spend loads. I'm probably need a backup keeper as well. Like I'll tell you what, get Kelleher on loan for 6 months. Do it, because he's good. He's better than Forster. I'm telling you now, get Kelleher on loan for 6 months. Do it, because he's good. Get in some centre backs. I don't care who. Get in some centre backs, because we all have 4 senior centre backs. All 4 of them are injured. I'm sorry, how can a Premier League team only have 4 centre backs? 4. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's a joke. Genuine joke. We need to get more centre-backs in January. We need to get in a winger. Tell you who we need to get in January. Jamie Bino Gittins from Borussia Dortmund. What a player. Brilliant player. Brilliant player. What a player. I just say, seriously, we need to spend money in January. As soon as the window opens on the 1st of January, get in the market. Get in the market. Get in the market because we honestly get in the market because we are in a week. Honestly, we got all our defenders injured. It's just a joke. Generally, this club is in a mess. It's in a mess. We've got Levy doing stupid advertising Squid Game and not focusing on the football. We've got Ange who doesn't bother to change his style of play. Let me rephrase that. We've got Ange who just stood there and just doesn't want to, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna say that. He doesn't want to change his style of play. He just stands there, doesn't do anything, and then yeah. Honestly, it's just a joke. I mean, you know what? Let's predict our next 5-6 games, and let's come back to it. Right? Okay, we are going to predict Spurs' next 6 games. Wolves on the weekend. So the first game on Sunday, 3 o'clock, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Do I think we will beat Wolves? I mean, Wolves have a very leaky defence. We should be beating them, but I'm going to go with a draw. I think we'll draw to Wolves. Newcastle at home. Again, I think a draw in that game. Liverpool, first leg, Carabao Cup against Liverpool. We're going to lose. Tamworth away. I swear to God, if we lose to fucking Tamworth, we're gonna beat Tamworth. We're going to beat Tamworth. What's that? It's 4. Arsenal, loss. 5. Then Everton away. Yeah, we're going to beat Everton. We're going to back the boys and we're going to beat Everton. So that means I only think we're going to win 2 games and one of them's a cup game. We are finished and I'm ending the video.